Acutis, patron of youth, students, internet, eye, and computer programmers. Carlo is a boy of our time, a boy of the internet age, and a model of holiness of the digital age, as Pope Francis presented him in his letter to young people around the world. The computer has become a way of going through the streets of the world like the first disciples of Jesus to bring to hearts and homes the announcement of true peace, that which quenches the thirst for the infinite that inhabits the human heart. Though he lived in this world for just 15 years, this little warrior, servant of God, Carlo Acutis, belongs to the new generation, an ordinary teenager who lived in our times. Holding on to Jesus, though living the life of an ordinary teenager, little Carlo did extraordinary things in very ordinary way. Acutis had brain hemorrhaging at the time of his death, and he offered his suffering for the Pope and the Church. His body was discovered to be fully integral, not intact but integral, having all its organs. Work was done on his face. For the first time in history, you will see a saint dressed in jeans, sneakers, and hoodie. Holiness is not a distant thing, but very much within everyone's reach, because the Lord is for everyone. Carlo was born in London on May 3, 1991. His family later shifted to Milan. His parents were Antonia Acutis and Andrea Acutis. From his very childhood, he was a Marian devotee and would pray plenty of rosaries daily. He received his first Holy Communion when he was 7 years old. From that day on, he had never missed his daily Holy Mass. These were the two pillars of his spiritual life. The highway to heaven, that was how he termed the Eucharistic celebration. The Mass was the center, the focal point of his life. The more we receive Holy Communion, the more we become like Jesus, is what Carlo used to say. He would always find some time to worship Jesus in the tabernacle, either before or after the Holy Mass. Madonna. The Madonna is the only woman of my life, he would say. Carlo had a deep love for Mother Mary. He made it certain that he prayed the Rosary every day. He termed the Rosary prayer as the most loving appointment of the day. Missionary activities of the times, Carlo did not trek hills and mountains or cross deserts in order to become a missionary. He simply loved zealously all those who were about him. He helped everyone, the non-community immigrants, the less fortunate, the beggars, the helpless, the elderly, the children, and the foreigner alike. He loved to make friends. Among his friends were children whose parents were divorced or separated. He would invite such children to his house and especially care for them. He was particularly compassionate towards the defenseless. On one occasion, when he found one of his classmates who was disabled being made fun of and insulted by the other boys, he immediately went to the rescue of the powerless boy and saved him from the mockery of his classmates. He was an expert at computers, one up on his peers. He had an amazing ability to understand the secrets of informatics, which are normally accessible only to those who have completed specialized university studies on the subject. Computer engineers called him a genius. This talent, which was gifted to him by God, he used in a unique way. He collected all the Eucharistic miracles that have occurred in different places all over the world and designed a website. He began his groundwork for the creation of this website at the young age of 11. Carlo built a website during his lifetime in order to guide others in their faith. Even today, this website is browsed and various activities including Eucharistic miracle exhibitions are organized in all the 5 continents of the world. The presently touring Vatican International Exhibition, Eucharistic Miracles of the World, is the work of Carlo. Besides this, he was also adept at computer programming, assembling of files, and drafting and layout of comics. At the age of 15, Carlo was struck by a fulminant leukemia. Some days before, Carlo was led to hospital when no one suspected he had leukemia. He is said to have told his parents, "I offer all the sufferings that I will have to suffer to the Lord for the Pope and for the Church." When the doctor asked him about his pain, he replied, "There are so many others who are in much greater pain than me, doctor." On October 12, 2006, he went home to the Lord. Remaining close to Jesus, Carlo achieved the goal of his life. Let us emulate Carlo Acutis and be with Jesus constantly in every activity of ours, even when we go to school or use our. Let us emulate Carlo Acutis and be with Jesus constantly in every activity of ours, even when we go to school or use the computer or play or whatever we do. Carlo's mom said, since he was 3-4 years old, he showed a big interest in Christ, in the Holy Virgin. When we used to take a walk outside, he used to always wanted to enter inside the church to say hello to Jesus and to send kisses to the cross. Salzano said that she herself was not the ideal model of a Catholic mother when her son was born and was quite ignorant in faith things. But through Carlo's influence, she came back to the faith. There was fruit of Carlo's devotion in his life. His witness of faith led to a deep conversion in his mom because, according to the priest promoting his cause for sainthood, he managed to drag his relatives, his parents, to Mass every day. It was not the other way around. It was not his parents bringing the little boy to Mass, but it was he who managed to get himself to Mass and convince others to receive communion daily. He died of leukemia on 12th October 2006. His mother said that his family had wanted to donate his organs when he died but were unable to do so because of the leukemia. Pope Francis declared him to be venerable on 5th July 2018. The same Pope approved a miracle attributed to him which enables Acutis to be beatified on 10th October 2020 in Assisi. This is a great message for us. We can feel holiness not as a distant thing but as something very much within everyone's reach.